Sure, how are you, my man?
Cool, man.
My name is Reza. What's your name?
My name is Shaun.
Shane. Shane who?
Shane Potgieter.
Potgieter.
Yeah.
Okay, how old is Shane?
51.
Are you 51? Yeah? And where do you stay?
I stay up the road in Trafalgar Square with my mom.
Okay. And you grew up, where did you grow up?
I grew up in Edenvale.
Edenvale?
Yeah.
That's in the Eastern?
Yeah.
Okay. How was your childhood growing up?
Rough with my father,
Yeah?
yeah. Beaten to a pulp, you know, but I suppose it's surviving, you know.
So your dad was a bit hard-handed?
Yeah.
Okay. And where did you go to school? Where did you start your schooling? And
I started school in Eastleigh Primary.
Eastgate?
Eastleigh Primary.
Okay.
And yeah, from there I went to something called special class.
Special class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I suffer from dyslexia.
Okay.
I battle to read and write.
Yeah.
But my hands are my pens, if I should say. Because I'm pretty good with my hands. I can do anything.
So, So a person with dyslexia. So what do they experience?
It's battle to read and write.
Okay.
They get the D's and B's mixed up. You see, you're actually born with it.
Oh.
You see, yeah, I actually felt I was dealt a hard hand with that.
Okay.
But I found out that it was actually passed on from my father, from my dad's dad to my dad to me to.
So it's sort of chronic.
Yeah.
Okay. So in terms of your schooling, did you end up matriculating?
Actually, I ended up going to a school that was what we call donkey tech.
Okay.
Yeah, it wasn't actually a school as such.
Yeah.
You didn't really learn much. All you had to do was copy stuff off the board, but it was a half workshop and half, you know, like writing and
Reading and
yeah,
writing.
yeah.
So it's basically like a technical school.
Yeah.
So where you would use your hands. Okay.
Yeah.
So in terms of your family structure, like are you the firstborn? Are you the lastborn? How many were you?
I'm the pig in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, I'm the second born.
Okay.
I've got an older sister. My family structure on my mom's side is brilliant. If it wasn't for my mom, I think I'd be dead right now, to be honest.
Is it?
I
would you say that?
I wouldn't survive it, because I wouldn't be because of trying to earn a living with the dyslexia I've got. It makes it pretty difficult. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah. So, but you see, I steal with my eyes. If I see something once, I can do it.
Oh, so
you see, it's like a talent I've got.
So that's a gift on its own.
Yeah.
So once you see something, even at work, have you ever gotten a job?
Yeah, I've gotten jobs, but you know, nothing to write home about. Nothing with a decent salary. You know, nothing I can sustain myself with.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I always had jobs that are mediocre. You know, it's not enough to sustain oneself to have an average life. You know, it's always
to be able to then buy yourself a home.
Yeah, it's always fallen short.
Is it?
Yeah, it's just one of those things.
So you're saying to me that right now you've never owned a home of your own?
No, never.
A vehicle of your own?
Look, basically,
even a bike of some sort.
I've built a few bikes. I've built a few cars. Yeah, well, I actually enjoy the mechanics of it. You know.
What car was it?
Huh?
What car was your best on your bid?
Well, my 21st birthday, I bought a 911 Ducati.
The Ducati, yeah.
And I bought it from a scrapyard,
Right.
and I rebuilt it myself.
Was it just an A-frame only?
No, it was the whole bike, but the forks were bent and it was, twisted and buckled, and I just took the thing and I took it home and I started working on it, and I stripped it down, and by the time it was finished, it looked brand new. It was out of the shop,
Yeah.
But on the same day, I wrote the bloody thing off, So yeah.
You never hurt yourself breaking?
Yeah, broken collar. I'm full of plates and scars, and
From the bike accident.
from the bike
How many
accident.
bike accidents have you had?
Quite a few. But
Is it?
I must admit, I'm to blame 90% of the time. I'm a hooligan. I just dig it. I love it. Sometimes it's just a thrill seeking in me that pulls me.
Yeah.
It gets me.
The way you say it, it's like you've driven the bike over speed. What speed have you reached ever?
The fastest top end is, I think, it's 320. Yeah.
Driving from where to where? In Johannesburg or
no,
to another province?
No, this was a friend's bike. This was a Hayabusa that I did for a friend, and I turbocharged the thing.
Yeah?
Yeah, mean machine. You got to know what you're doing. You got to build the steels.
I'm sure you didn't total that one.
Yeah.
You wouldn't be here talking to me.
You're standing there like this. Yeah, believe me.
Right. So, then, tell me, so, in terms of substance abuse, when did you start? What happened?
Substance abuse, it's the same with a cigarette. Your friend says, come on, have some. It's not going to hurt you.
Yeah.
That's how all of it starts. It's all just a look at me, I'm a man sort of thing.
Yeah.
Trying to brag. But in the end, it's an addiction. You can either kick it or you can't. But it becomes like paranormal, like transparent.
Okay.
You know yourself, you see yourself, you know what you're doing, you're doing is wrong, but you just can't stop.
Do you see yourself like deteriorating due to it? Do you see the difference of
look,
you now and you then?
I've been on substance for quite a while, but I know where my limits are, and I know what I can or cannot push.
That's it.
Yeah, because I mean, these oaks that smoke this wacky backy weed, ganja stuff, I can't touch that stuff. That stuff makes me absolutely mad. I lose my morals. I can't touch it.
So currently, what substance do you
Crystal,
use?
crystal meth.
Crystal meth.
Yeah.
Is it the one that they say Nyoape? Is it the same?
No, not quite.
Oh, crystal.
Yeah, crystal meth. Yeah.
Nyoape is the heroin.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you only do.
But you see, with crystal, some oaks smoke it, and some oaks inject it.
Oh, okay. Same like heroin.
Yeah. Now I inject it.
Do you?
I've never. When I first started, I didn't even know you could even smoke it. Yeah.
So do you burn it?
No, you put it in a syringe and you dilute it with water, and you just find a vein and you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So so ever since, how long have you?
Well,
been
I actually started with a substance called they call them E's and A's.
Okay, E's and A's. Okay.
This was about what?
First time I hear of that.
7 years back.
Oh,
All the raves, people were tripping with raves. It's like a.
The E's and A's. It's it has another name.
Yeah, it has another name. I can't even think of the name now.
Yeah. But it's big on with club scenes and raves.
That's right. And that's how I got into the whole scene.
Okay.
And you see what happened with some substance that they put in those E's and A's went off the market, so suddenly it just dropped away. So now everybody's looking for something else to fill it, and along comes another substance called cat.
Okay. Yeah.
And people started with cats, and it's what's available to you. What can you get?
So what I'm gathering from what you're telling me is that you started you only recently started with E's and A's 6-7 years ago. So that's when you started with your drug journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it hasn't been that long.
No, it hasn't been that long.
I've spoken
But
to a lot of guys that will be telling you 20 years.
yeah, some guys are 20 years, some years.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you see, I do it for I actually, well, I don't know if it's true, but I actually think it enhances my thinking,
Okay.
my intelligence, because
You do it for creativity.
yeah, because it actually stimulates me. I take a skateboard and I put a motor on it.
On a skateboard.
Yeah.
You've done this before.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually busy with it now.
Is it?
Yeah.
Must show me. I'd like to see that.
I'm very artistic. You know,
Okay.
I can sit and draw, and it brings out the better in me. But the thing is, I know not to knock it, if you know what I'm saying. Not to use it heavy, you know,
Okay.
because I know, then it will tear me to
Because
bits.
just by looking at you, you wouldn't tell that you do this.
Yeah, I know. It's
How do you maintain that?
looking good.
How do you maintain that?
It's what you put in is what you get out.
All right.
You see, so it's basically looking after yourself. You know that it's going to hurt you somewhere. Somewhere it's going to take something from you eventually. And you just got to brush your teeth, wash your face, look after yourself.
Basics.
Yeah.
What you've been taught
basically.
as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you just keep that going.
Look, I could be a man on the street, okay? Just because I'm poor, I don't have to be dirty, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. True. Yeah, you're right. So in terms of the actual crystal, how do you hustle for you to then feed your habits?
Actually, I think out of the box. I fix, well, basically self-taught. I fix TVs, PlayStations, video machines. I collect records. I collect. I've got a whole.
There's an aeroplane passing by. There's a bike passing by.
I've got a whole collection of lighters. I collect lighters. I've got 7 singles, like 350 of them. You know? I'm very.
So you also can fix like consoles.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
You must hook up after this. You must give me your contacts. Then we can hook up. Then.
I mean, at home I've got 2 Wii's. I've got 7 PlayStations. I've got PlayStation thin lines, fat lines. I've got all sorts.
All functional.
Yeah.
Okay. So tell me, in terms of your drug addiction, how has it affected you in terms of you and your family?
Well,
The relationship between you and your family. That's what I'm.
there is a deterrent with my family.
Right.
They know something's up, but they don't know what.
They haven't put their finger on it yet.
No.
Okay. Are you
And
gonna come
I'm too afraid
Okay.
to tell them, because I might let them down. Understand what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because if I do tell them, I won't be good enough for them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because at the moment I'm staying with my mom. I'm unemployed, and to even think of finding a job or to get a job, it's just doesn't work.
Have you been staying with your mom since ever, or is
Since
it
ever, yeah.
Since now recently?
Since
So
ever.
do you have like a child?
I do have one child, yes.
Is it
Yeah.
a boy or girl?
Girl, her name's Kiara Lee. I haven't seen her in ages. I wish I could, but that I love her to bits.
Is it? I see how you smile when you talk about her.
Yeah.
And do you perhaps like have contact with her of some sort? Maybe a phone number?
I do, but mom's makes it difficult, eh? Yeah.
So there's like baby mama drama.
Yeah.
So do you have like normal friends that do not
Basically, the thing is with the drug world is every druggie is trying to knock one another to see what they can gain. You know what I'm saying? it's like a backstabbing, and they all pretend like they're your friends, but they're not.
Is it?
Yeah, because they're trying to gain something to get drugs, and they're all the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They all it's like a big giant brawl, and you're all fighting one. It's like you're playing rugby, and you're all punching one another. You know what I'm saying? But this is like it's like got you. You know what I'm saying?
And this is supposed to be a guy that you regard as a brother.
Yeah.
It's pretty hard. It's pretty hard on the street.
Yeah, but look, I've been places, I've seen places, I've gone overseas, I went, yeah, I was in Australia for 6 years. I drove truck trains.
So you were there working there.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about that. How was that?
Time of my life. Australia is so big you can fit South Africa in 7 times.
Is it?
Yeah. But I drove truck trains that you pull 6 40-foot containers at once.
Okay.
Then you drive through the outback. It's like
now, when you're talking about that, sorry to disturb. We're gonna come back to that.
You know?
So you have a driver, some sort of a driver's license.
Yeah, I've got a code 10. I've got a code 8. I've got a bike license. I've got a code 14 license. I've got an international license. I've got a HESCAM license. Yeah, I can carry dynamite.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna come back to that again.
No
so
problem.
You were telling me about Australia, yeah?
Basically you drive through the outback, and the outback is like just dirt roads, and a truck comes towards you, you honk your horn twice,
Yeah.
you pull in your mirror and you touch tires as you go past.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's beautiful country.
How's it like? Is it more like South Africa or
No, it's more free. It's more
rugged?
It's more you feel relaxed. You feel
Okay.
you don't feel so intense. You know.
Is it?
Yeah, it's very laid back. Very
Yeah.
laid back. Yeah.
So now, you mentioned a couple of licenses that you possess.
Yeah.
Hasn't that helped you in terms of finding a job, or have you not been looking for a job?
It has. I mean, I've driven for numerous companies, locally and abroad. But it just doesn't pay. You earn like $3,000 a month. I mean,
when you say $3,000, you mean 3,000 rands. Really?
Yeah. It's pathetic.
Yeah. If that's the amount that you earn, then, and I'm thinking it's somewhat dangerous.
I mean, when I was in Australia, I was earning a packet. When I came back, I nearly had half a bar. You know?
Is it?
But unfortunately, I met someone. I thought she was the world, and I worshipped the ground she walked on, and she took everything.
The money. So you were married before?
No, not married.
So this was a person that you regarded, that you loved, and it was a girlfriend per se.
Yeah, it was a girlfriend. We were together for 5 years.
Is it the mother of your child?
No.
A girlfriend that okay.
Yeah.
I get it. So tell me, in terms of drug abuse and having friends on the street, how is it like in terms of the violence?
The violence is there, but the thing is, it's like everything else. If you're at the wrong place at the wrong time, you're gonna get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But the thing is, you just got to be wary of what's going on around you all the time. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even though maybe you're as high as a kite, but you still got to have savvy. You still got to think for yourself. You got to think on your toes.
Right.
You know, if I go down there and it's dark as hell, and now there's 2 oaks there, you can see the 2 oaks. Okay, don't go there, dude. Just stay away.
Yeah, just take another turn.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, in terms of friends on the streets, for the friends that are currently on substance abuse, have you ever seen somebody OD?
Put it this way, I've seen a couple of oaks chased the dragon. That was when the rave scene with the E's and the A's.
Okay.
And I've actually seen them OD in the club.
Really?
Yeah, several of them.
And some of them were the people that you knew personally?
Yeah. Yeah.
My goodness. So currently you said you're into crystal. How much is crystal?
Crystal.
Is it a bag?
It's a small little bag like that.
Okay.
Okay. You can either buy $100 bag or a $60 bag.
Right.
But the end user being on crystal it's in the beginning it feels good. It brings you, it puts you somewhere else. But as you go on, it makes you feel as though you're outside. You're alone. There's nobody, nothing there. And as you go on, you tend to realize, what am I doing this for? But this, you see, myself as a person, I always think and I always talk to myself to answer my own questions. Because if you don't ask yourself questions, you come to a conclusion, obviously.
Right.
But I mean, when people do crystal or cat or this or that, I know some guys they'll go and they'll buy a bag, they'll take the whole bag, they'll put it in a syringe, and they'll take that whole bag and they shove it in their arm. Okay. I've seen oaks OD from that.
Is it?
I've seen oaks die from that. I've seen some oaks.
So what causes the death? Is it sorry? Is it the missed shots?
No, it's just too much, because it pushes your head. It's like it's going so fast, you know. But it also like hits your breath away, and it's like you've been hit by lightning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It jolts your body.
Right.
And your heart actually palpitates. It goes faster.
Okay.
And from too much, it actually you actually have a heart attack. It's basically what happens is you have a heart attack. That is an OD. An OD is actually having a heart attack.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. I've never thought of it that way.
Yeah.
So in terms of have you ever tried like maybe quitting, and how was that journey like? I've actually quit once. Yeah.
But I didn't go to rehab. I didn't go. All I did is I walked away from the people, the place, the town, everybody, and I managed to isolate myself.
Yeah.
For 6 months, and I was fine. I was fine for 3-4 years.
Is it?
And then
from that 6 months isolation.
Yeah.
Then you stayed away from the drug.
Yeah. And the thing is, I found a void to replace it.
Okay. What was it?
It was gym.
Okay. Okay.
It was building bikes. I mean, speed and cars and bikes. It replaces that adrenaline. It replaces all of it. It can replace all of it. Yeah. Well, that's me. I don't know about anybody else.
Yeah.
And it gives you a better sense of fulfillment, but the rush is greater. But just again, the risk is harder.
Yeah.
You know.
That's what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, so cool. So 6 months you were clean. How did you deal with like the withdrawals and so forth?
I actually found the gym helped a lot.
With the withdrawals?
Yes.
Do you recommend anyone could try that method?
Yeah, I could definitely try that.
To their own.
Because what you see when you gym, okay, number one, you buy yourself a mass builder. You know what? I don't know if you know what mass builder is. Okay, it's got protein. It's got but all natural. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Like a
steroids
protein
or anything like that. Yeah, it's a protein shake.
Yeah.
And when you go to gym, when you work out and you finish gym, you can't even hold the steering wheel. Your arms are so sore. But you know you worked out. You feel as though you've accomplished something during the day. You know what I'm saying? It's not as though you've been doing drugs and you've been passed out. So it's definitely a replacement. I can recommend that.
In terms of what's this rehab? Have you ever tried going to a rehab? Have you been in a rehab?
No. I've encountered a lot of my friends, a lot of people that I know have gone to rehab. And
are they winning?
Rehab, no, because the thing is, rehab is a place that somebody can help you to stop, or you've got to want to stop. Okay, and the thing is, you go to rehab, you got to pay like 35 grand or something stupid like. No,
is that the prices?
That is
for
ridiculous.
These private rehabs?
Yeah, it is ridiculous, dude. It is sick. It's insane.
So
and the thing is that
help is for the rich.
Yes, actually, yeah. I mean, I had a mate named Devon, and he went to rehab, but he got a sponsor, and he said rehab was hell because all he did was dig holes. He had to dig holes and bury himself in a hole, literally.
Literally dig holes on the ground.
Yeah.
Okay.
On some farm or some plot or and then all this oak does is make you work like a dog, and you got to pay him so you can. No, doesn't work like that.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
How about the medication that they give you? Did he mention anything about that?
He actually didn't. What he did was when he came out, he was actually worse off than he went in.
Okay.
Because he met more druggies, and then now they got something in common, and now they back to it again.
Because currently there's a guy who was trending. His name is Bonga. He was found this side of what's this place? Campus Square.
Sure.
Okay. He had a drug problem as well. He was taken to a rehab 2 days ago or 3 days ago. I'm not sure. He bolted. So I don't know what makes them just bolt like that.
It's what you call inferior.
Inferior.
Yeah, because when you got drugs around you and you got people using drugs all the time, there's no prayer for the weak or for the weak-hearted. Look, any drug it gives you depression. Definitely gives you depression.
Any drug.
Any drug. Doesn't matter what drug it is. You're going to get depression. You're going to get depressed because of the drug. Because 90% of the time, most drugs are taking you up. They're not bringing you down.
Most of the drugs.
Most of them.
Okay.
And some people they just can't handle that depression, where it pushes them over the edge. They want to kill themselves. Or they're losing their mind, and they don't know what to do or where to go or who to talk to or what to say, or you know what I'm saying. And you can't go to talk to your friend next to you because he's worse off than you are. You know, you start talking like that about depression, he's going to kill himself. Never mind you. You know, it puts you on that level.
All drugs. You've mentioned E's and A's. You've mentioned crystal that you're currently on now. Apart from those, have you ever ever tried like rock? There's the other one called rock. There is Mandrax and so
I've
forth.
tried rock. I've tried Mandrax. I've tried buttons. I've tried dacha. I've tried all of it.
And you only then settled with crystal.
Well, the crystal is the easiest, the cheapest, and it's the most easiest to get. Put it that way, because I can tell you something now. No matter where you go in South Africa, and no matter what town, you're gonna find crystal. No matter what you do, it is a given. It's like a Bible. You're going to find crystal.
If I leave you in Potchefstroom now, you reckon you can get a smoke by
Give me
what
5
time?
hours, I'll have crystal.
Really? Anyway, I take you to Polokwane.
Anyway.
Same thing.
Anyway.
It's crazy how this thing has spread, eh?
Yeah.
So, in terms of you wanting to quit, now I want to talk about you wanting to quit. What's your take on quitting? Do you want to quit? Have you thought of it?
I have, but at the moment it's the only thing I feel that's keeping me sane.
Okay.
Reason being is because I don't have a job. I've tried to look for a job. And using that substance all the time, it takes me away from that. You don't want to be there. You don't even look at it. You want to stay away from it.
It separates your reality from.
Yeah. It puts you somewhere else that your mind is not worrying. You know?
Yeah. I get you, because the reason I was gonna ask the fact that if you do wanna quit, have you tried things like Suboxone and methadone and so forth to self-medicate yourself?
No, I haven't.
Have you ever heard of them?
No, I haven't.
Methadone, nothing? Okay. It's basically what it is. It's a medication that you take when you have withdrawals.
Okay.
A lot of the guys that take heroin, which is Nyoape, they use that to help with the withdrawals on their journey to recovery.
Sure.
So yeah, maybe you should also make research about that.
Sure.
It's found at the chemist as well. The thing is, I do not have the right price at this point in time.
Well, everybody's got Google. I'm sure you can find out.
I'm surely.
Yeah.
So in terms of your dreams, what were your dreams?
Well, my dream was just to become a normal, average person, a normal Joe. Nothing spectacular, nothing. Just to own a house, have a car, just to live a casual, comfortable life. Nothing spectacular.
Just as basic as that.
As basic as that.
Okay. And if right now there is a youngster out there who is stepping in this journey, they're only starting off, what advice would you give them? Would you stop them at the door? Would you say,
I would try to turn him away. I wouldn't wish us the worst enemy. You know, there's been some nasty incidents that I've seen, and because they are not aware of what's going on, or what they're doing, or how they're using it. I know for a fact when I did it, I asked questions. I said, "What's it going to do? What's it going to affect? Is it going to affect me? Is it going to make me sick? Is it going to make me?" And yeah, but the guy that's not aware of how much he takes, or what he does and how he does it, is 90% of the time the guy that ODs.
No. Say for instance now, you said your daughter, right?
Yeah.
She comes across this video. Does she recognize you?
Yeah, of course she will.
Okay. If she comes across this video, what is it that you would want her to know?
That's simple. I want her to know that I love her greatly and with all my heart. That's what I want her to know.
Yeah. Okay. We're actually at the end. Thanks for the information, man. It's quite eye-opening. It's gonna teach a lot of people.
It's been real.
Yeah, man. Thanks.
Cool.
Like,
Like,
subscribe, hit the bell notification.
Subscribe, hit the bell notification.